Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter Mr. Timothy Spiers. Wolves 1, Burnley 0, and Tim, that was a 1-0 demolition.
It was an obliteration.
It was a massacre.
It was a shellacking.
Okay, let's move on. I haven't got any more words.
Okay.
It was. They were excellent when they created so many chances. And I mean, I don't know how they haven't won by more.
They should have won 4-0, I would say.
Yeah.
Could have been 5, could have been 6. And imagine if they had, everyone would be losing their proverbial tonight. You can imagine it, a match that if they thumped them 4 or 5-0, which they should have done, everyone was saying, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Wolves have got a really special team that can do something very decent this season. But they still can, if they can add that composure in the final third, they can do that. It's a funny way of looking at it, really. You know, should they have won by more? Everyone's a bit disappointed. They should have scored a few more goals.
Yeah.
For me, I just want to concentrate on this fantastic team performance, back to front. Every man on that pitch, every 11 men.
It's like a holiday.
They all won their personal battles. They outshone Burnley in every area of that pitch.
A Burnley side who finished 7th last year, who have been in Europa League football this season.
Yeah.
And, you know, the domination from start to finish was superb.
Yeah, obviously you've got to slightly take that into account. The fact that they are struggling. It's probably, well, it is a false position, but I was coming to the game. I thought the 2-week break would have done Burnley a lot of good, and we'd have seen a much improved Burnley team. But they looked knackered. I mean, they shouldn't have been, and I don't know if that's the reason, but they looked like they lacked energy, and Wolves feasted on that immediately.
Oh, I like that. Feasted.
After about the 20-minute mark onwards, it was pretty much one-way traffic.
Yeah.
Burnley had the one good chance where Jack Clark was sliding in and missed it by a whisker. But apart from that, Patricia's had sod all to do.
Nothing.
And Wolves were special.
Absolutely.
It was a special performance. Really, really, really good performance.
I think when they walked off at half time, Patricia just gave Joe Hart a fist bump as an appreciation towards him, because I mean, he kept them in it first half. Whether we should have had the chance to keep them in it is another story.
So I guess it's a combination of average finishing,
a
couple of really good saves from Joe Hart, and some heroic defending. They cleared 3 off the line. Tarkowski with 2 of those. It was desperate stuff from Burnley. They were clinging on by their fingernails at times, struggling to keep their head above water. And like I said, if Wolves had a bit more composure in the final third, then the scoreline would have reflected their dominance. I mean, 30 shots there.
It's incredible.
30 shots.
Absolutely
in a Premier League game. 30 shots.
Well, I think that's what Nuno alluded to in his post-match interview, that, you know, obviously they've got to work on the missed chances, but the fact that they're creating the chances is the most important thing. And to create a chance at Premier League level, there's a couple of clubs who will only have 1 or 2 a game. There was 30 there today.
Yeah, and especially against the Burnley team that, for all their faults kind of going forward, where, like I said, they lacked energy and creativity and ideas, really. But in defence, they were still organised. It's the 2 banks of 4.
Yeah.
You know, they're not mugs. You've still got to play through them. But Wolves kind of prized them apart. You know, Doherty was playing as a right winger. I thought he was fantastic. I thought he was man of the match. Brilliant today. Answers all of his critics, including his national team manager. And Johnny Castrotto, very good on the other
fullbacks,
end.
Best game for Otto, I would have thought.
Probably as well, yeah. So, you know, again, we kind of thought he was been brought in as more of a defensive alternative to Barry Douglas to kind of shore Wolves up on that flank a bit more. Maybe that was kind of perception, but nothing further from the truth. He attacks a lot. Doesn't matter that he hasn't got a left foot. He really joins in. He could have had a couple of goals himself. Jota was better. Costa was had some good threatening moments and should have got on the score sheet.
Intercepted the ball a few times as well. That was good work defensively.
They defend from the front as well. Yeah, it was an all-encompassing performance. And if they can replicate that, especially here where they're so comfortable, they're so confident, they're going to have a full house every week. Nobody's going to look forward to coming here at all.
No.
And they're unbeaten at home since January. They've only lost twice at home under Nuno since he was appointed. That's about 30 games now, I think. So they've got Southampton next up at home.
Yeah.
You don't want to use the phrase home banker,
no,
but I'm gonna.
Go on then. Go on then.
They should be winning that game.
Get that video on the Southampton wall, dressing room wall.
Yeah.
They were excellent, but, and you know, you've got to think that Leicester City as well, where they missed their chances. If they continue to miss chances, they will get punished in games.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And it's 2 games in a row that they've won 1-0 and should have won by more. Arguably, they should have taken more chances at West Ham as well. I know West Ham created some more chances, but as the season as a whole, you know, they've lost 1 game when they were extremely unlucky.
Yeah.
It was so unfortunate that day. They could have scored 2 or 3, and then, as of course everyone knows, Leicester scored with an own goal and a deflection. That's their only defeat so far from 5 games against good opposition. You know, we looked at it as a testing but good start to see where they were at, and where they are at is 9th in the table, and they look good for it.
Absolutely.
And they're looking up.
Everybody's saying, when's Traore going to start? When's Traore going to start? I mean, I think he probably at Man United, is going to keep the same team because it's working, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've been amongst those to call for him to start because he's such a unique talent that no defender will want to play. You know, you ask Ben Mee, I think he said after West Ham, who would you rather play? Costa or Traore? And he would say, I'd rather play Costa, but Costa's very good today. And then on the hour mark, when Burnley are already 1-0 down, the last person they want to see coming on is Adama Traore, and he stretched the play, and he could have had 2 assists.
And Bonatini could have had a hat-trick.
And because he laid on 2 for Bonatini, 1 very good opportunity in the 93rd minute. So it's fine-tuning to improve on. But we've gone dark.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. We're going back. We're coming back here.
So the most important thing is the performance, and if they play like that every week, which of course is not easy, then they'll win a lot of games and they will have absolutely no problem surviving in this league.
No.
They're very much looking good for a top-half finish at this point in time, with a long way to go.
Top 7, really? But look, they've played so well. They're 9th in the table. They've only lost 1 all season. Now they go to Manchester United, and I think they're going to give it a good go. I think they'll give them a good game.
It's halcyon days.
Honestly,
it's halcyon days for Wolves.
Get yourself to Old Trafford, by the way.
To have this team, they look comfortable in this league already. It didn't take them long to adapt in the Championship with all these players, and it's the same again. They already look like they belong in the Premier League.
And there's no fear factor there whatsoever.
They will go to Old Trafford to win that game. And how often have Wolves said that in the last 40 years?
So excited.
They will go there with no fear. They're full of confidence. They'll look to hit Man United on the break, and they'll be confident of scoring, at least 1 goal. So it's the composure in the final third is lacking. Helder Costa was guilty more than anyone of that. He had 1 chance, the ball was put on a plate for him 15 yards out,
just before he got punched.
Ballooned it over the bar. And that's kind of indicative of the lack of composure from him and Jota, who needs to step it up a bit. Jimenez, great to see him on the score sheet after that West Ham really bad miss he had at West Ham 2 weeks ago.
Still missed a few though, didn't he? He's got to improve his finishing.
No, he did, but he's getting in the right positions. And I think you've got to look at it all as positive at the moment. Like I said, if Wolves keep reproducing that,
someone's going to get hammered soon.
Someone could get absolutely
smashed 2 pieces.
So it's all positive. All the signings are making a contribution. They've spent £30 million on Traore and Dendoncker. Neither of whom can get in this team.
It's incredible, yeah.
Dendoncker, there's no place for him in this team.
No.
Ryan Bennett again was the best centre half for us today. Matt Doherty alongside him, absolutely superb. There's no real weaknesses in that team. And there's more to come, because like I said, Traore and Dendoncker perceived to be better players than the ones that are already in the team, and will perhaps come in time. I mean, it's all positive.
Should we get out of the water?
Yeah, it's raining.
Getting slightly damp. Wolves 1, Burnley 0. For all the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressandStar.com.